you're going to want to cut out some shapes out of harder, stiffer cardboard, and I would stick to your basic triangles, squares, triangles and squares, and strips. Okay, so these are like just strips that I could use to make cross sections. Okay, so yeah, for your basic triangle, you're going to take your ruler. I'm going to need, for the harder cardboard, I'm going to need my stronger cutting utensil. Make sure your hands are not anywhere in the way, and that your body, when you're cutting, you just want to keep your hands away from the blade. So I'm just going to cut. And you can just gradually slide your hand down as you cut. It's a little jagged because there were some cuts in this already. So, and that's not a perfect square. You also will want to start with some larger shapes, like that, your hand size, that kind of size shape. Okay, so I have this triangle. I have these larger triangles of some kind, really thin strips, really thick strips. I'm just going to cut off this end. Okay, so I have, a bunch of strips. Smaller shapes. Do a little bit more wavy shapes or circles. And then I can use scissors with the more flexible. Okay, so remember, you can make your donuts. That I will have to use one of these. So you can turn this. You can cut your curvy shapes. I recommend cutting these actually out of your lighter cardboard or your thicker poster board. And you can use your template. You can use a template to trace that. Use a pencil when you're doing this, because then you won't see these black lines when you're making your sculpture. Just trim a little bit. Okay. So I have, the other thing you can do is use your negative space in your sculpture, or as one of your sculptural pieces that you're going to work with. Okay, so I'm starting to accrue a pile of things, even like parts that I've cut out. These are like some of the negative spaces that I got from cutting this shape out. I would do some repetition of some of your forms like this. Remember, you also want to think about, I'm just going to freehand this a little bit. 10 minutes. It's going to be even shorter because I'm going to speed some of this up. Okay. And when you roll this up, now you see it stays in place. Right? Super easy. And then you can play, remember you can play with, so you should be looking at some of your shapes that you made out of paper for reference to some of this stuff. And then this stuff can kind of change shape now. So you already start getting like these kind of three-dimensional forms, especially out of this kind of poster board. You can also kind of do that with your cardboard. If you don't go all the way through, if you make a light line through it, then you can, now you have this shape, right? So we're going to start talking about that in the next video. All right, see you soon.